let's go up the road a little ways to New York because the Yankees, Rome is still burning. And I know I said that at the beginning of the season, and then I was wrong. And now I'm right again, and I'm still upset. So here's what's going on. Aaron Boone was so first of all, they've won the last 2 games. Okay, they've been at home. They had a 4-game set against the Blue Jays, and they won the final game, narrowly avoiding the sweep. And then they opened tonight, Monday night, against the Mets for part 2 of the Subway Series this year, and they won tonight. So 2-game win streak, longest they've had in
hold on,
since July.
You win 2 in a row. That's called back-to-back. You win 3 in a row. That's called a winning
Brad.
streak. It has happened before.
Brad, don't take this away from me, Brad. Okay, here's the deal, though. Aaron Boone, he goes off during a presser. I thought this was fabulous because I like to see managers fly off the handle, right? They're always so composed. They just hang out. They lean over that top step of the dugout, and they're just really chill. So when they go off, it's the best. But it doesn't happen very often in press conferences, and it did this time. Smack the table. He said, I can answer all the same questions every day, and it won't make a bit of difference. You're going to ask me the same questions every day. I'm going to give you the same answers every day. And the fact remains is that we have to do better. We're just not cutting it. That was awesome because that's what the press does. They go in every day and they ask the same questions. And in a situation like this, there are no new answers.
Right.
Nothing has changed.
So, I mean, this same thing has been going on for almost a month now. 3 weeks.
Yep. I know.
3 whole weeks
horrendous.
It's been going. And so it's weird because I don't like people asking the same old questions, but it's almost valid to ask the same old questions. Like,
right.
So what are you doing then? Right?
Yeah.
Have you changed anything up? Have you considered making any changes? Because things don't seem to be getting any better. You have to change at some point. Like I could see earlier this year as an Angels beat reporter being incredibly bored with that team. It is the same thing every day. They are losing. They've lost every single day for almost 3 weeks. What else do you ask?
Right.
You're going to start making some changes? You asked us that a week and a half ago. I'm still curious if you're going to start making
Have you made any changes?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So Aaron Judge goes on the record. He says he believes that they just need a little bit of a better energy in the dugout, push each other a little bit more, that kind of thing. I found this fascinating, and you'll find the chess pieces are now moving across the board. Boone dismissed that. Not directly. He didn't blow it off, but he did come back and say, I think everyone's searching a little bit. He says, I've really been pleased with the energy level. So it was this little bit of I know you think you're the captain, but you're not yet. Maybe sign that extension and you could be, it's something like that going on. I feel like there's a little bit of spatting going on because I think Aaron Judge, it wants more of an official leadership role in the clubhouse. And I think he wants to play center field. And when they don't let him play center field, I think he's noticeably and rightfully so very upset.
Well, there's that, but I mean, who's going to have a better pulse on the clubhouse, Aaron Judge or Aaron Boone?
A Judge.
Exactly right.
That's it. Simple.
So has Aaron Boone completely lost this clubhouse? I asked it earlier this season.
I know.
If it sure seemed like he had, then everything rallied together, and I don't know that Boone necessarily had anything to do with it. I think we were texting each other, right? Or was it on Thursday night on the live where I was like, is he going to lose his job if they don't get to the World Series?
Yeah.
And it sure seems like it.
Yeah,
and even if they get there, he could lose his job.
Yeah, they have to make an appearance. But if they don't show up right, even if they make an appearance, I think he's out after this season. But then Cashman comes back and supports Boone wholeheartedly. I'm shocked. And this makes me wonder what is going on culturally throughout the organization. It seems systemic at this point.
It really
does.
That's
the problem.
And that's the thing that's crazy is that since George Steinbrenner died, there's been a systemic issue. Like for a while there, Hal was out there running his mouth, saying all kinds of crazy crap. And then now he's finally decided to shut up, but things haven't gotten much better.
No, and Cashman's still collecting baseball cards.
He finally was willing to get rid of one of them, but since then things have crashed.
Seriously crashed. Oh man.
And this is the thing with that Gallo thing, like he doesn't strike me as like the clubhouse guy, but maybe he is.
Maybe.
I always equate it to the guy at the end of the bench in the NBA, right? Like literally sitting next to the fans at the end of the bench in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't get in the game. He never takes his warm-ups off. He wears a t-shirt over his jersey. But he has a major impact on that team. The more enthusiastic that guy is, the better the team plays, because his job is to get out there, wave the towel, whip somebody in the butt when they make a good play and come over for a timeout. He's the first one off the bench to give high fives to everybody. The towel waver is the most enthusiastic and encouraging player on the entire team. And maybe Joey Gallo being like, dude, I'm hitting maybe a buck 58 right now. Yeah. Like I got to figure out another way to contribute to this team. I will wave a towel until my arm falls off, if that's what I have to do to get this team to win, because Gallo's been in Texas forever and not won anything. He had a chance to win here.
Yeah, he did.
And if that was his role and the Yankees traded him away because of how he was playing on paper, that could have crushed the locker room. The Trailblazers traded away Damian Lillard's best friend. He was the towel waver. And he didn't, Lillard's still one of the best players in the NBA, but his performance dipped a little bit because he was vocal about it. He was upset that they traded him away. So,
well, I got to be honest with you. I also wonder if there was a little bit of a pick-me-up game going on. And by that, I mean, like, guys, we got to rally together because Joey's looking bad. Like, if we do well enough, maybe they won't pay attention. I mean, nobody has that conversation outright like that, but that's kind of what I feel like maybe was happening, is that they're sitting there going, guys, we gotta pick up a little extra slack here because Joey's not got it right now. Let's wait. Let's just hang on till Joey's got it. And maybe they loved or appreciated or whatever his presence so much that they were willing to do more to help compensate. Now he's gone, and they're like, I don't know what happened. I'm shocked and dismayed.
And along that vein, like if they were compensating for another guy in the lineup, like they've got to be exhausted.
Yeah.
Maybe this is who this team is. Is that they were overperforming.
Maybe this is just the exhausted version.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fascinating because they were so good for so long and now they're so bad. And it's going to be interesting to see if it comes back up.
I think so many people since the break on the starting lineup are under the Mendoza line.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Not only that, but like a complete power outage. Judge has hit now 2 home runs as of tonight, 2.
Yep.
And then you've got like Benintendi took a year to get his first hit, which is really weird. Really, really weird.
Well, and Matt Carpenter's out with his injury, which, by the way, he does not need surgery on his foot, we found out.
That's good.
It's a clean break. Just let it heal. So that's a huge win. That means that if they do go deep into the playoffs, he could maybe come back. We don't know.
Well, I think he would just come back in his same role.
That's what I mean. Just be a DH.
Just be a DH, pinch hitter. Go out there, hit some dingers, and jog around the bases. They're not going to ask him to do too much.
No, and I think he is a clubhouse towel waving type of dude. He goes on the field and performs when he's called into it, but I think he does both.
I think so too. Yeah, because didn't things really turn around when he came in, when they brought him in?
That's when things turned around, and now everybody's giving Joey Gallo the attention, but I think it has a lot to do with Matt Carpenter.
Good.
Really quick, what are the chances Judge remains a Yankee at this point? I get asked this daily. I wanted to ask you.
Right now, with the way things are going, and with what looks like could be a somewhat fractured relationship with Boone, I don't think it looks good. Honestly, I don't want to say they're pushing him out the door, but it's kind of like before a breakup when you like start to distance yourself.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
Could not agree more. And I think that depending on, I think Judge is no longer a Yankee unless they make it to the World Series. If they make it to the World Series, the chances go up, but they're not sold. I think if they win the World Series, he still might want to just go out on top. I don't know. I'm not saying it's definitive. I can see it happening.